You know the deal. You start working out, you see amazing progress, you break your PRs on every single workout. You know, life is beautiful. You fall in love with working out, and then the plateau hits you like a fucking train. You lose all your motivation, you stop progressing completely, you even seem to go back in progress, you're regressing. Maybe you think you need to do more volume, more intensity, so you start doing more, you injure yourself, you lose months of progress, and you just don't know what is wrong and what to do. Many people, including me, got stuck at this point. For me, it was a 40 kg pull-up for 3 reps. I just couldn't get above it. Whatever I did, I've tried many different progression models. Whatever I did, I just couldn't get over that. I couldn't do 5 reps of 40 kg pull-up. And it was like that for a few months. Then I lost some progress even. It took me some time to rebuild it. And it's a lot of unnecessary training that you could utilize differently. And in this video I just want to tell you exactly what you should do to avoid such situations so that you can progress a lot quicker. So when you actually hit a plateau after a few months of training, that means that you're approaching a level of intermediate training. You're starting to become an intermediate athlete. But before you do that, you have to get through that plateau, and it works basically like a rite of passage. Many people actually fail to go through that, and they just stop training after they hit their beginner limit, you know? So why exactly that happens and how you should go through it correctly. So when doing a training program, your body gets stronger by using something called supercompensation. And it basically works like that. You do your training session, and then your performance drops because you have to recover from that. It slowly raises throughout a few days, and then if you're fully recovered and you used your progressive overload correctly, then your performance goes slightly above the baseline, so you're getting stronger, and it actually stays there and becomes your new baseline. So when you do a workout, you place just a big stress on your body, and throughout these few days it has to adapt to that stress and actually make you stronger to be able to like thrive in that environment. So what happens when we actually progressed for a few months already? We are noticeably stronger than we did before, than we were before. Essentially, two things happen at that point. The first one is that because you're stronger, you're basically better at destroying your body on the training sessions. So when you were just starting out, you were really weak and you couldn't do much damage to your body. You barely could break down the muscle tissue, you know, because you were so weak, you couldn't break anything. And then after a few months of training, you actually become strong enough to cause some more serious damage to your body that naturally takes longer to recover, and it requires a better, more quality rest, recovery period. Obviously that's nothing wrong. As you get better, your body requires more stress every single workout to adapt, to keep becoming stronger. So on every single training session, you're basically trying to destroy your body more and more. And the second thing that happens pretty much in consequence to the first one is that it takes longer for your body to go through that period of lowered performance and hit that supercompensation. That process basically takes longer time. Your body is more fatigued after your training session, so it makes sense that it just needs to recover for a longer time. So knowing these two things, you should create a new training program, new training schedule that will respond to the needs of your body and that will actually make you progress further and break through that plateau. And basically when you are intermediate, you require a very different training method, training program than a beginner. And when you become advanced and elite, you require different progression methods. I've seen a nice graph of that phenomenon. When you are beginner, you basically do very big gains, and your training program isn't even that complicated. It is like really simple, and you make big gains. Once you become intermediate, the complexity of your training program rises, and the gains actually slow down, but you're still making pretty good gains. And when you're advanced and even elite, then the complexity of the program is insanely high and the gains are like very little. So that's the price you have to pay to become the best. So this video is already getting pretty long, so I will tell you in another one tomorrow how to actually create your training program to break that plateau and to progress as an intermediate athlete. So see you tomorrow.